Happy Thursday, everybody! Another day here in the TimTracker household. I just went through my closet and like purged a bunch of shirts that I never wear. So I'm gonna go and we're gonna take those down to Goodwill or something, donate them, and clear up some space in my closet because I realized I don't have any winter clothes. Because it's never really winter here in Florida, but maybe this year that'll change. You never know. It might get down into the 30s or something. And then you'll just see me wearing the same clothes every single day because it's too cold and I don't really have that many clothes. As if I wear different clothes all the time. I always wear the same shirts. Like, kind of have a thing going where I wear the same shirt all the time. But that's just me. That's just how I am. So occasionally I find some random stuff on the internet that I like to share with you guys. This one, sorry, that was, I don't know if you guys heard that. Like, that's our pine tree smell that we've got. Because Christmas is starting now, and it makes our house smell like a Christmas tree, and I love it. So this is an instance in 1518 called the Dancing Plague. The Dancing Plague of 1518 was a case of dancing mania that occurred in Strasbourg, Alsace? I don't know what that is. Then part of the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, well, it explained it to me 2 seconds later. I should have just read further. In July of 1518, around 400 people took to dancing for days without rest. And over the period of about 1 month, some of those affected died of heart attack, stroke, or exhaustion. What? I need to do a little bit more research about the dancing plague, because that sounds amazing. I mean, it sounds terrible, but like still, a dancing plague? It started in July with somebody named Miss Trophy. She began dancing fervently in the streets of Strasbourg. That lasted somewhere between 4 and 6 days. Within a week, 34 others had joined, and within a month, around 400 dancers. One report indicates that the period of plague killed around 15 people per day. Wow. Historical documents, including physicians' notes, cathedral sermons, local and regional chronicles, even notes issued by the Strasbourg City Council, are clear that the victims danced. It is not known why these people danced, some even to their deaths. What? They said that it was a natural disease caused by hot blood. However, instead of prescribing bleeding, authorities encouraged more dancing. Holy macaroni. They even constructed a wooden stage for them to dance on. What? Alright, it's getting real weird now. To increase the effectiveness of the cure, which was dancing apparently. The cure for dancing is more dancing. To increase the effectiveness of the cure, authorities even paid for musicians to keep the afflicted moving. What? What is going on here? Modern theories include food poisoning, a psychoactive chemical in mushrooms, which grows in grains commonly, wheat and rye. Huh. Wow. Well, that's interesting. So a little bit further down the Wikipedia article, it says that it may have been caused by ergo fungus, or fungi, which grows commonly on wheat. Ergotamine is the main psychoactive product of the fungi and is structurally related to LSD. Basically, these people were just on LSD, dancing through the streets. What? For a month? I know this is kind of out of left field, but I wanted to tell you guys because I just heard about this, but apparently Hong Kong Disneyland is like jealous of Shanghai Disneyland's castle. And they're like, oh man, we want a cool castle because their castle is the same as Disneyland's castle. Like, you guys know, whenever we go to Disneyland, we're like, oh, look at the tiny little castle. It's an exact copy of, what is that, Sleeping Beauty Castle? Yeah. So it's an exact copy of Sleeping Beauty Castle, so it's like a little tiny castle.
But
and now,
the original, they shouldn't get rid of it.
Right, now Hong Kong is tearing down the castle and building a new one that is like, they're like, our castle is going to be better than Shanghai's castle, which sounds kind of intense, but that's what they're going to do. I'm excited to see what Hong Kong's castle is going to look like. And what do you guys think they're going to base it off of? Well, you think they'll do Cinderella Castle?
Shanghai is like a mishmash of them
Yeah,
all.
what's it? It's called like Storybook Castle or something, right? So, I don't know. What do you think they'll do? Which one will they choose? So, I just looked up some stuff on Beauty and the Beast, and in case you guys didn't know, they're doing a live action remake of Beauty and the Beast. It'll be coming out soon, I think, and I wasn't sure. I didn't have very much information about it because is there a trailer? I feel like I only saw like a little teaser. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if I can find a trailer for it. But I just looked up the list of actors that are playing different parts, and I'm kind of excited for it. Like Ewan McGregor, Emma Thompson, Ian McKellen. Like, this is a pretty good Pretty good lineup there.
Is it Emma Thompson?
Yeah. She plays Mrs. Potts.
Oh.
Yes. Which I was a little bit confused about because on IMDb they have 2 different people playing Mrs. Potts.
Maybe she has a singing voice.
Maybe. That's a good point, yeah. Josh Gad is playing LeFou, which sounds kind of fun. He's the voice of Olaf, in case you guys didn't know. He likes warm hugs. And he also lets you know that nobody's neck is as incredibly large as Gaston's. I don't know. I need to listen to that song again. I need to watch the animated classic again, because that's a good movie. I wanted to show you guys our dinner for tonight. This is a spicy pork and kale soup, but I wanted to show you guys the picture that it's supposed to look like. I mean, it's fairly close.
It's similar.
The noodles are a totally different color.
I feel like it's said to put the noodles on top of the broth in this like bowl when you're plating it.
Ooh.
I feel like we're actually supposed to mix it up into the soup, and that's why they're not the right color.
Oh.
Because I think these have like the soup in them.
Oh.
So maybe give it a mix and then see.
A little bend and a stretch.
Yeah.
That was pretty tasty. It was pretty okay. Like, it wasn't the best thing that I've ever had, but it was pretty good. I don't know, I'm not really like a soup guy. Like, I never really liked soup. It's just, with the mustache, it's always been hard for me to eat soup and ice cream. Ice cream is ridiculously hard for me to eat because it gets all over my face.
But we always eat it.
I know, with a spoon. I can never eat ice cream out of a cone, which I love ice cream cones, but I can't eat them anymore. It's an impossibility for me with my mustache. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. But we were eating the soup, and I was like, it needed something crunchy. And just like, what do you mean? I was like wontons. Like, it needed wonton strips in it. And then I determined that I am really good at picking out random things that could be added to food to make them better. Although 99% of the time, it is just Reese's peanut butter cups. That will always make it better. We determined that HelloFresh, which is, I'm sure you guys know by now, that's where we get all of our food from because it's just easier than going to the grocery store. I think eventually we're gonna try some other...
I was just gonna say, but we paused it. This is our last week.
Oh yeah, we paused our HelloFresh, so I think we're gonna try some other, like, subscription boxes maybe. We have one more week.
Yeah.
But we dropped down to 3 vegetarian meals.
Oh yeah, that's right, we're trying something new.
Trying something new. But then after that it's been paused, so we're gonna try something else new and see if we can find like another subscription box, or maybe we'll just go to the grocery store and like try to make stuff on our own because we feel like we're chefs now, right? Where was I going with that? I had something that
you were proclaiming to the world that we're chefs now.
I was proclaiming to the world that we're chefs now. Apparently HelloFresh, because it goes to the entire country, doesn't realize that Florida is still hot. It's still hot down here in Florida, and they're like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send you guys some nice warm soup, and like, they had this other thing that was supposed to be like Halloween-y themed, like fall themed, and I'm like, listen, it's never fall here in Florida, it's always hot. A lot of you guys ask me like, hey, what's the weather like down there around Christmas time? I'm like, tell you what, it's been like 89 on Christmas. Last year it was 89 on Christmas, so it's hot. It's always hot. It gets a little bit cold in January, but the rest of the time here in Florida it's just hot. Hot and humid. Super hot and humid. Watch, this year it's gonna be totally different. It's gonna be cold on Christmas. It's gonna snow here on Christmas. Because I said that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's still hot out.
You're lying. It's kind of cold right now.
It's like 78 degrees outside.
It is 69 degrees.
69 degrees outside.
Right now.
It's not really cold, it's very comfortable.
The picture that they show even looks like snow.
Oh, that's stars.
But it looks kind of like snow, so you might be right.
Is it snowing?
Yeah.
You know what I do when it snows. Whatever cold things do.
In
That's the summertime. Drats. Well, I was like super excited to sing Olaf because
we were just singing it.
We were singing it. Why were we singing it? Because like.
Because why not?
Oh, because it's not something. We were talking about how it's not cold here.
Yeah.
It's still warm, and we do whatever cold things do in summer.
Yeah, so we're like the opposite.
Yeah. We're opposite time. Oh, we get to watch American Horror Story now? Yeah. We just watched the newest episode of American Horror Story. It was good. It was very good. But like, I think there's still 3 episodes left in the season. Seems like we're kind of like, we're done with the storyline now.
That's what you think.
That's what I think. There's still more episodes. I'm interested to see what will happen next. And that'll do it for me. I always like that I watch American Horror Story or something like that, and then I'm like, all right, time to go to bed now, and I won't have any nightmares. Seriously, I won't. I will see you guys tomorrow, and now it's time to pay the price. What? 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 The cure for dancing is more dancing. What? Wow. Well, that's interesting.